Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Film Hustlers.
Coming to you live from your hotel room in Toronto.
From Toronto, Canada.
Well, you are, Foo. We're still here in LA.
That's right, eh?
We don't get invited places like that, eh?
Are you saying "a" now at the end of your sentences?
That's right.
What's funny is that there's a cadence out here. There is. People speak that way. People say a boot.
Mm-hmm.
Say what?
Say about.
A boot.
Say a boot instead of about.
And sorry.
And
Sorry?
And sorry, yeah.
A boot?
Yeah,
boot?
about and sorry.
A boot is about?
Yeah.
A boot, yeah. But they're good folks. Everyone's super cool here. Like I said, you get a little bit of a discount when you buy stuff here, about 25%.
I get it. You're going to come back adding U's and like favorite and all that kind of thing and color. And be like, oh, what's this?
Damn.
Changing your whole alphalet.
Yeah.
Okay.
What was the other thing you said, Dave?
Sorry.
Sorry. But what do they say after? They say something?
A.
You're in Toronto, eh? Remember that movie in the 80s, Strange Brew? Was it Strange Brew? Were there two Canadian dudes?
Yeah, those are the dudes.
Those were the dudes?
Yeah, the ones that have the hats on and they're cold and they're like, hey, what's up, hoser?
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Is that what that was?
Yeah.
Strange Brew? I didn't know what
Strange
it was called.
Brew. And they said A after
Yeah,
everything.
I remember they said hoser in there.
Rick Moranis did it and some other dude. I don't know. But anyway, I'm excited to be talking to you guys from Toronto. I am making a movie out here. It's been stressful. It's, I want you to know, I want everyone to know that it doesn't matter whether you have $1 million, $2 million, $4 million, $10 million, $15 million. You always run out of money.
Did you run out of money out there already, Roberts?
That's what they tell me.
You hitting me up on a Venmo already?
Tapped out.
That's what they tell me.
Wow.
We were talking about it earlier before we started recording that there's different tiers, right, of filmmaking. Even though you might think, oh, I got 5 million instead of 2 million, that triggers certain unions. So as a result of that, the prices of people getting paid goes up, the types of turnaround, which means that, if I finish at 8 p.m., I can't call you back till 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. All of these come into play when you're doing a bigger movie. So as you raise more money or as you get hired to do bigger films, you have to accommodate for, you're going to have to be paying people more money. And if you add days to the schedule, that's an additional, whatever it is, 50 grand, 100 grand, 10 grand, whatever your day costs. And it ends up changing how you make a movie.
But let me ask you something. So you're over there doing your big Netflix movie, wah, wah, woo, woo. You're still that guerrilla filmmaker deep down inside. So do you tell somebody when you guys finish, look, we finished tonight at 10. I still need you back here by like 7:30 tomorrow. Just don't tell anybody.
No,
we gotta keep rolling.
Can't do that.
Indie styles, guerrilla filmmaking. Come on. It's in your blood. It's at your heart.
Can't do it. A lot of people that work in film, whether you're doing it for Netflix or Hulu or Amazon or just for yourself or for a foreign distributor, you tend to be indie, right, in your thoughts. So when a line producer comes up to you and says, hey, we're not going to be able to shoot this day because this stunt of someone sliding down a slide that's 6 feet long has to be done by stunt people, and you have to have harnesses and you have to pull them out carefully, and then you have to put in a stunt man, and then you have to put in your other guy. And sometimes as a filmmaker, you just say like, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to have him slide out and he'll roll out on the floor, and then that's it. We're done.
Yeah, just put a hat on him. No one will know.
Can't do it that way. And, Rusty Cundiff, our director, he comes from Indie World too. So, a lot of this stuff that's happening that, a bigger budgeted movie with a studio attached to it that has, its own issues, right? Because ever since Baldwin shot someone on Rust and that person died, the DP, she was lovely and did nothing wrong. Safety's at a premium, so companies like any studio or any streamer is going to be looking for people to be super safe. So even if you're just going to slide down or fall a foot or slip and trip, it has to be done by 30 people.
Yeah.
And it's not fun because when you do an indie movie, you just go out and do it however you got to do it,
Didn't you, Roberts? Weren't you telling a story one time how you were shooting and the cop showed up and you didn't have a permit, so you just kept, oh, let me find it. Let me go. Oh, this guy over here has.
Well, yeah, we were shooting at the Hollywood sign, and I didn't have a permit. And the cops showed up and were like, who's the producer? And I saw them asking, so I just told one of the PAs, I go, just say you're looking for me, and I'm going to walk down the street. And I walked down the street and finally came back about 20 minutes later, and I just told them to keep shooting while they tried to find me. And then when they found me, I was like, yeah, hey, how are you? I was like, yeah, I've got a permit. Where is it? And then I called someone. Anyway, by the time I said I couldn't find the permit, they were like, I was done shooting.
Oh, you're like, you know what? Never mind. Sorry, guys. We're going to pack up. You're right. Our bad. We shouldn't have been here.
I was like, maybe I don't have a permit.
Huh. A car permit? I have a license. You mean a driver's license?
A driving permit. I don't need any. So yeah. I mean, look, as an indie, you got to do what you got to do, right? If you got, a lot. There was some. We were having a conversation today about shooting the outside of a building because a lot of times in indie filmmaking, the thing that you end up not getting is exteriors.
Yeah.
And it's no one's fault, right? You just don't think, oh, I have to establish the outside of this place, or I should show a skyline or show the city or whatever. Sometimes when you do a script, when you don't shoot that often, you'll read it and you'll be like, oh, I'm just going to shoot what's on the script. And then you realize, oh, it feels like I'm in a box or it's a play.
Right.
Yeah.
But out here on this movie, we're getting a bunch of exteriors, and there are some exteriors we want that we can't have. So like, for instance, if you've written a script that has a luxury penthouse in it in New York, well, to enter the luxury penthouse, you got to shoot a place that looks like a luxury penthouse outside with a doorman and the whole thing. So we're like looking at these buildings, and the buildings are like, yeah, you could shoot here out front, and walk in. That's $30,000 or $40,000. So we're like,
that's when your indie hat comes on. You're like, okay, I can steal this. I know I can.
Well, you could be like, okay, so, and Rusty's like, they're going to walk down the street. They're going to, as they walk towards the building on the public sidewalk, which is not, you can't own, they walk by, and as they walk underneath the camera, I'm going to go pan up to the building, and I don't have to ever see them go in. So that's an indie solution.
That is. I like that. I like the way you're thinking there. See? It's in your blood.
I like that move.
Yeah, it was a good move. I thought it was smart, and that's the kind of idea that they're willing to allow you to do. Normally they're not going to allow you to, steal a shot out here or drive by in a van and open the van door and take a shot. I did that on Water and Power. We did that a lot. Just drove around the city and just shot stuff. But your actors have to be willing. Your crew has to be willing. It's not, indie by yourself doesn't work. You have to have everybody on board.
Yeah. So, Roberts, out there, did you go to like a film commission to get your locations and all that, or how do you do it out there?
No, I didn't go to a film commission. It's interesting when I got the job, when I sold the movie, and they finally said, okay, here's a budget, we're gonna make it, and they hired me officially. Because it's a bigger film, and because Netflix is actually everywhere. I mean, I'm going to guess they're like everywhere where there's a tax credit, Netflix resides. But when we got here, they already had offices. They have stages. They have 4 stages here. So they're like a mini studio sitting around the place. So I didn't go to a film commission. But normally, you're right. If I come to a city that I don't know, I go directly to the film commission, and I ask them for help, and they help me get locations. They help me find accountants. They help me find crew if I need them. They help me find pigeons if we need pigeons.
You had a ton of pigeons there. We could have shot that scene in there, dude. But like in Santa Fe, you went to film commission.
Yeah, and that was super helpful. Jen was there to help us out from the film commission, and she, accommodated us every step of the way. We flew out there. She showed us around. We liked what we saw. And then when we came back a second time, she actually did what she didn't have to do, which find us locations, drive us over to them, pick us up from the airport. I mean, she was cool.
Are they pretty pricey? So say you're an indie filmmaker and you want to go to a city to make a movie, and is it pricey to go to the film commission and get somebody to help you out like that, like a scout or?
No, it's completely free.
Oh, wow. Okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I mean, in some cases, if you have like a big actor like Mario or a director or someone that's known, they'll fly you out, put you up, take you around the town, tell you how much money they can give you, either a tax credit or incentives.
Wow.
But yeah, they'll take care of you. It's free. You go to the film commission. It's their job to sort of tell you, here's where you can shoot. Here's the vendors in town. Here's how we can help you. You know, what's interesting is when we did Santa Fe, we couldn't find a location for our main office, and the film commission ended up being the main office. And here was the interesting part. Is the film commission didn't charge us because they're not allowed to make money off of film. Not everything was free, but they helped us out with a lot of stuff. So yeah, use your film commissions. Maybe call ahead of time. Sometimes what we do is we'll call ahead of time. We'll call like to Nevada, or we'll call to Lake Tahoe, or Ohio or whatever, and you get their film commission. And instead of scouting, they'll send you pictures of areas that may match your script. So
they'll read your script too? Like they'll read your script and break it down? What about if it's local, like here in LA? Is there an LA? There's got to be a commission here, right?
I don't think there is an LA film commission. But I think it's because the film industry is in LA, so it's almost like a moot point. Most people know what they're doing in Los Angeles. People are easy to find. Unions are easy to find. So I don't know.
Pigeons are easy to find.
Pigeons. Let's talk about the pigeons. Let's talk about the pigeons. So
let's talk about those.
Have we talked about this? So if you're doing a movie, any size movie, and you decide you want to have an animal or animals in your film, it's interesting because I think intrinsically I said, "Oh, we're gonna have pigeons. There's got to be a pigeon wrangler." There's, stuff like that. But there's stuff that after all these years of producing, we ran into that I didn't expect. Tell everybody what we had to do to get pigeons into Griffith Park, Dave.
Yeah, so you have to have an animal permit.
Permit for animals.
Yep.
And pigeons had a fucking permit.
Well, that fell under there, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's funny because I just received the animal license in the mail last week. Ann called me and said, like, hey, here's a picture of it. And I actually have a picture of it. I should probably post it just so people can see what it looks like. But it's an animal permitting us to shoot in Griffith Park on the day that we shot there, and the amount of the permit was $680.
Yeah.
Damn.
Now,
is that in dollars or pesos?
No,
or Canadian
dollars.
money?
Dollars. $680 just for the right to bring in the pigeons. The pigeons and the wrangler cost $1,920.
Yeah.
I just got that bill. And then it cost us to get the permit for the city that was like $890.
Yes.
Wow, so we need a permit for the park, a permit for the city.
Yep, and for the animals.
And for the animals.
Yeah. And
Wow.
then you need to pay the animals
right.
more than anyone made on our movie.
Those damn pigeons they made the most money. Can you believe that?
I mean, at least it worked. At least it looked good.
No,
It
it
looked good.
did.
It looked
It
great.
did. It was worth it. It was worth it. Or was it?
It was.
It was?
yeah.
Okay, tell me it was.
We'll always say it's worth it.
Yes.
Hey, so get a load of this. I'm working on it's a music movie, right? It's a Christmas music movie. More music and romance than Christmas, but still.
What's the title?
It's called Meet Me Next Christmas. It features Pentatonics. It
And
stars
who's leading in there? Besides, is the Pentatonics? Obviously, they're in it. They're no spoilers, but they've got a large part in there.
They're featured. Yeah, they go throughout the entire film. And
Why is it next Christmas, though? Why not this Christmas? Do you have
Because,
something planned or what?
No, because she ends up meeting a guy in an airport this Christmas, and they're both dating someone. So they say, look, if we ever are single, and maybe next year we are single, let's meet at a Pentatonics concert during the holidays, and we can get together. So the idea was she'll meet him next Christmas.
Who are your leads over there?
Christina Milian and Duvall Ellis.
Very nice.
Yeah,
okay.
good folks.
choice.
Good choices. They're very talented. I'm looking forward to working with this whole group of people. They're A+, been very cool. But what I was going to say is because there's so much music in our movie, I was trying to figure out how to. I don't know if extrememusic.com provides movie music to everybody. But sometimes they have deals, like with Lifetime, they had a deal. So I didn't have to pay anybody because Lifetime pays Extreme Music a certain amount of money a year to use their music. So so this year I was doing this film, and I don't know if they have a deal or not, but it doesn't matter because extrememusic.com is so economical. So we have this song called, what is it called? It's called Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairy. And
I know that jam.
Yeah.
I know that jam. That's
It's
from dun 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 dun. What is it? Nutcracker, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairy from Nutcracker is public domain, right?
Right.
No one owns that. So we wanted to use it in the movie, but we wanted to use a version that was sung by, the group. And that is very expensive because it's owned by somebody. But extrememusic.com has a Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairy in their catalog. So
What?
yeah. So sometimes they have popular songs. They pay for them and they're in there.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about using Extreme Music for Extreme Music. I'm excited about using extrememusic.com on my Netflix movie because I could just license their stuff and they continue to be useful and important. And, every time I look for something, there it is. Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairy. What do you know? So I got to tip my hat to Russ Emanuel again.
Again?
Being there, and he didn't know what was going to be written in the script. He didn't know Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairy was going to be in my list of asks, and there you go, man. Check it out, it's all there. What are you guys laughing
I like
at?
that.
That's not funny.
That is Dance the Sugar Plum Fairy. I know that jam. That's my jam.
Can you believe it? I'm gonna use that thing, but no, it's all good. I've been having a good time out here. I think a lot about. When you work on a movie, there's all these people in different positions. And that sometimes the assistants or people that are working in different departments started with a dream to be a director, with a dream to be a producer, to do something other than they're doing, or they're continuing to work themselves up and live out their dreams and make their movies on their own. But it's a way to make a living to work in production, in the office, in wardrobe and makeup. There's so many different jobs you can do and stay close to the business and also get to be creative, help someone else make a movie and make it the best you can be. It's impressive when you get 50 people together to make your movie,
Yeah, I mean, look
Very
at
true.
Guillermo del Toro. He was a makeup artist before he became a big
Oh, that's
director.
right.
Is that true?
That's
Yeah,
right.
he was an FX makeup artist.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
And he just won an
Or-
Academy Award.
Yeah, I mean, it's not his first. He won for, what was the other one? Something about water. It was good.
Yeah. Shape of Water.
Shape of Water. He won for that too, I believe. Oh, you got a little savecita there, huh? Ándale. Was it Modelo time food?
I do have one here somewhere. But Guillermo del Toro won an Academy Award for Pinocchio, which I can't even watch because it's so stressful.
What do you mean?
Yeah, that one's it's a little different. Yeah.
I started-
But it's good. I like it.
Yeah, I like it too, but I started watching it, and this Pinocchio kid is a pain in the ass. He's like, "Come on, Dad, I want to go with you to church," and he locks him in the basement or in some sort of closet, and Pinocchio goes crazy and like breaks the door open and then runs over to church and embarrasses him in front of everybody and says all the wrong things, and it's crazy. I was so stressed out. I was like, I got to turn this off. I got my own kids to worry about.
You got stressed out over Pinocchio?
Yeah, Pinocchio was crazy, man. He was like a juvenile.
It was triggering you.
Oh,
He was being all triggered.
that's fucked up.
No,
For Pinocchio.
It was. I'm gonna give it another shot because it won an Academy Award, and Guillermo del Toro is, talented filmmaker, but it was tough to watch. Did you guys do anything? You actually went to the Academy Awards, right, Tuddy?
I go to all those, it was like, I think, like the 15th Oscars that I've gone to. Something crazy like that. And so, but we go to all, but we never go into them. That's what, like, people think that I go to them. Like, I do, but it's work. Like, we get there at like 1, work the red carpet, Lopez interviews people, and then we're out. Then we eat, because usually there's a fat spread, and we'll eat and have a couple drinks, and then we bounce.
How long are you guys there usually?
It depends. It's usually like the carpet the carpet closes at like 2. You can't get on the carpet anymore, and so from like 2 to 5 is really when the people come in, and then Lopez interviews them, and it's really actually the last hour, I would say, half hour, that you get like the rush of all the stars. All the stars want to come right before 5, before the thing.
Oh yeah.
But earlier you get a lot of the people who are nominated for like cinematography, makeup, like wardrobe. You get all those people.
So you don't even get to see the awards, right? You just interview people out front.
Yeah, on the carpet, and then we split. One day I want to go into them, like, but
I mean, can you?
I mean, I probably could if I asked like production if I can get tickets or whatever. I'm sure they could, because there's they have seat fillers and people there that need to like. So I'm sure I could go if I wanted to, and I probably will one day. But I'm gonna go when my movie's nominated, Davey Dave.
That's right.
Or when our movie's nominated. Don't be laughing, Roberts. Don't give me a ha 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 ha.
That's right.
Ha ha. Okay.
What a dick.
What a dick.
Well, that brings up a good point. Do you get inspired when you go to the Academy Awards? Does it inspire you?
You know what's funny? It does, but it does get inspiring. But at first, I remember the first few years that we were going to like the Oscars or the Oscars is the only one that I can't kick it down there though. I go down there early and then I split, which is kind of nice, because then Lopez gets pissed and calls me a dick because I get to go back to the hotel, put on my tracksuit, fucking crush it, because there's steak, salmon, fish, like there's all kind, and the spread is amazing. So I just sit there and eat for like an hour and have some Beastles and watch it on the TV right there. And we're at the Roosevelt in the big room right there. It's great. And he has his own hotel room. We never use it, but they give him a room. So then I go and kick it in the room if I need to. Like it's great. Well, he's out there sweating his ass off on the carpet. But the other ones I do kick it, like there's a platform, right? So it's like a big space. So I kick it up there with him and touch him up in between. We bullshit and people come up. It's fun. What was the one before that? The Golden Globes. They actually paid me because I played. There's a game called Beat Mario Lopez, and he was going trivia, and so I played like the host. You know what I mean? Yeah. It was fun. So like Austin Butler, like he played. It was fun. It was cool. I got to like ask the questions, and Lopez was getting pissed because he was losing. So he's ask another one. So it was fun. But yeah, they're pretty. To answer your question, yes, I probably would go to one eventually. But
do you get inspired?
Oh yeah. What I was saying is, in the beginning it was kind of like intimidating, and now it's not at all. It's like, I feel like it's just fun. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, you see, I think too, not that I'm jaded, but like my buddy Jamie always asks me like, who's on the show? Who'd you see? And I think because I see so many people for so long that I don't trip anymore. I'm not like really starstruck. If anything, I get more like, I want to see people like Terrence Winter, who's a writer and a creator of, did Boardwalk and Sopranos. He was a writer on that. I want to see people like that. To me, those are the guys that are like, yeah, cool, Brad Pitt. Like, oh yeah, you did a great job in that movie. But who wrote that movie? Yeah. I want to meet that guy. Right. I want to meet the guy who put that together. I want to meet the producer who put everything together. I want to meet the director whose vision that was. Like, yes, you're a talented guy, Brad Pitt. I'm not taking anything away, but everybody's so like enamored of you. I want to see the guys who put on the paper what you did. Right. That's what I want to look for. But those guys aren't really ever there. Or they do come in the beginning, and I'm trying to pick them out. One time I did see Terrence Winter at the Golden Globes, and I got all excited. I told Lopez, you got to talk to him. Lopez was like, Tuddy, I can't talk to him. I go, why? He's like, because it won't air it. They won't let me. And I was like, Terry! I was yelling. He was like, what? I was trying to wrangle him. For extra. And they're like, what are you doing? I was like, that's Terrence Winter. They're like, who cares? I go, I do.
That's funny.
People care.
So you do. You see people, you get inspired.
Yeah. No, it's inspiring, dude. The whole process, the whole event, the tuxedos and the glitz and the glamour and all that. It's cool. It's a reward for hard work. It's a reward for, like the guy who won, he was in Goonies and I can't think of his name. He's got a great story. He was going to quit acting. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. The Asian guy? I can't think of his name. That's inspiring.
Yeah. He's been crying on all the award shows, yeah.
Yeah, that's inspiring. That dude was, he had a bit of a career, and then it fell apart, and then he struggled, and then he got this role, and I don't think they thought it was going to be as big as it was, and he ends up winning an Oscar. Look at that, and he was going to quit, and his wife told him not to. He was, it was it. He was handing it over.
Yeah, I mean, it's beautiful. It's a great story. I mean, there was a lot of, I heard that there was 16 nominees that had never been nominated before, which is kind of good. But it's weird, I am a big fan of the Academy Awards. I've been a big fan of the Globes, of the SAG Awards, all that stuff. I never think about winning an award. It doesn't occur to me that that's an award ceremony that I could be part of. And maybe it's because, I feel like, I have the imposter syndrome. I never really quite think I'm good enough. It's possible.
Well, you know what? It's funny you say that because I used to feel like that. I did. You know what I mean? Like going on there. And now, like, we talk to, like, every time we go, we talk to Lopez is a fool. Because I didn't even want to wear a tuxedo because I don't have to do anything at the Globe or the Oscars, right? Like, I can't be down there. There's no room. He's literally behind a brush. Like they put, a bush, and he stands behind it, and it's just him and Kit and two producers. That's it. Like, no one's there, and a camera guy. So I knew I couldn't be down there. So I go, yeah, dude, of course I'll go with you, but I'm going to wear a tracksuit. Like, he's like, don't be a dick. You got to be your tuxedo. We're going to go on the carpet. We got to talk to KTLA. You got to talk to Sam. You were on the show. But I go, dude, I'm going to, okay, fine. He goes, and then we're going to do a TikTok. I go, what? I don't have TikTok. He goes, I know, but I'm going to do a TikTok. He goes, so this is what we're going to do. Wear your tracksuit to my house, but bring your tuxedo. I go, I'm going to carry a tuxedo to your house? Why? He goes, because then we're going to go to the hotel. We're going to do a TikTok. And then the TikTok is going to be, we open the door and we're in our tracksuits. And then we close the door. And then we open the door again. And then we're in our tuxedos. I go, oh, my God.
I saw that.
That's why I brought
I saw that. It was good.
Yeah. So then we went, and then he said, okay, then we'll go talk. So going down on the carpet and then talking to, like, KTLA and seeing all those people and everything, yeah. I used to feel like that. I used to be like, oh, now I don't anymore, because if those people can do it, we could do it. That's how I feel. Right. Like, we've put in our time. We've done the work. You know what I mean? Now it's just a matter of hitting it. And if you keep at it long enough and you're patient enough, Scorsese said it's not the most talented that makes it. It's the most patient that makes it. And I believe that. You got to have some talent. You can't be talentless, but you know what I'm saying? Like, you just got to be patient, bide your time, and it'll come. And you put in the work, and you get better at your craft, and eventually you'll get there.
Do you think that winning an Academy Award is why you make movies?
No, I don't think so at all. And if you're doing it to win an award like that, then I think you're in the wrong business.
Yeah.
It's like wanting to be. I remember when I first got to LA, somebody asked me, do you want to be an actor because you want to be famous, or do you like doing the work? And at the time I was like, no, I want to be famous. Like, that's not why you get into this. If that's the reason, then it's not going to work out for you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's why you get into it.
Well, I want to not actually be honest with you.
But then when you get into it, you realize that this business is about something else. But no, I mean, I think about it. I think about everyone who wins an award, and I think about how random those choices are. It's not like it's scientific, right? It's sort of just like someone had a bad piece of chicken and decided to vote for a different movie that night, that's it. And then that other person wins the Academy Award for no particular reason, because I think there's people that would think in every category, the person who won probably didn't have the best performance, and probably didn't have the best movie, and probably didn't have the best sound design. It's just random selection in a lot of ways.
And if you think about it, there's a lot of movies that win that people forget about. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of movies that don't win that people constantly go back to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, become cult classics or have a big following, and they didn't win.
Well, All Quiet on the Western Front won some stuff, and I have no interest in watching it. So that's the crazy thing about that one, is I know it won, but I don't have any reason to want to watch it.
Yeah, well, Goodfellas lost, and look, we don't talk about Dancing with the Wolf anymore, do we? That won Best Picture. We talk about Goodfellas.
Look,
why?
If
Great
you win an
movie.
Academy Award, that's awesome. It's probably just your lucky day. But it doesn't define the art that you do. If you win something, it just so happens that people liked what you did that year, and it touched some chords, and that's it. And then maybe you'll be able to get more work out of it. But it's not about awards. It doesn't change anything. It doesn't make you better than anybody else. Just kind of confirms that you're a filmmaker and you did something that worked out that year.
Yeah, exactly. Sure. I think the only thing about awards for actors is that it raises your pay scale significantly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, it makes your head big too, and then you don't get jobs because you're like, I won an Academy Award, and then people don't work anymore.
That's true too. That's true too.
I don't mean to bring it all down, but
no, just keep it real.
I'm just trying to keep it real. Let's be honest. Yeah, that was a good conversation about Oscars, about pigeons, about film commission, all good stuff. Let's try to get a good guest on. I wanted to have Tommy Harper back on because he's, Top Gun got nominated for an Academy Award, and now he's doing the series Wednesday.
Dude, look at Tommy kicking ass.
Busy guy,
but
got a lot to offer.
Yeah. Maybe Beautiful Darkness. When we go to feature, we can bring him on. What do you think?
Yeah.
No. That's our thing.
No,
he's doing like Star Trek and Star Wars and Top Gun. He'll just end up costing us too much money.
That's true. You're right.
But no, I'd love to work with him. Just it'd be nice if he took us the Hustlers along and put us on $100 million movie. Like, come on, Tommy.
Come on, don't be a Tommy. If you're out there listening, don't be a dick. Come on.
Hey, come on, Tommy. Let me read for something. A little 5 and under. I got you.
Yeah, Davey Dave needs something. Give him a break.
Yeah.
Davey Dave needs a new pair of shoes.
That's it.
All right, guys. Well, it was good chatting with you. We're going to see you again next week. And thanks for listening to Film Hustlers.
Sir.
You going to have some Canadian whiskey now, Roberts? What are you drinking out there?
I'm not drinking anything. I ran out of booze.
Oh.